Okay, hello. I had a good trade on MLGO today, and it was a nice example of a number 4 pattern, this curling pattern. And so I wanted to get a little tutorial video going on this trade just for my own records. And you could see here that popped up pretty strong and then had this really nice curl through the pre-market highs. And so that's what we're looking for here on this trade, is this nice curl and then a break through pre-market highs to make new highs. So we can dissect this one a little bit and set up some good trade parameters for it. So this is a recording from today's trading. It's a little bit of a longer video, so bear with me, but it is in double speed just for us to know. So this MLGO has been, you can see here, this is over the last 5 or 6 days, it has been a continuation setup that went pretty high last week and the week before, and has just been you know, really like an X factor stock. Look at that, you can see there a high of 16. This would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago. It made a high of all the way up at 16 and then has been selling off, but each day has had these pops, and it has some pretty decent range on it of a few dollars every day. So it's been, I think, on everyone's screen. And this is what I was looking at here, was this 5-minute setup coming through. It would have been, you know, right in here, or right here rather, I think, breaking that high. But at this point I was a little suspect because it had sold off for so many days, because it had these huge pullbacks, and just wasn't front of mind at that moment. You know, I was looking at these levels. What's it going for? We're at, you know, is 10 top on this? Is it going to flush just like it had these other times? So when I see this right here, oh, that's a strong breakout. That had that 5 minutes set up, and people were paying attention to it. So I was good not to chase it, the move, but I noted, wow, there's some buying strength in this stock, that's for sure. People saw that setup and they went for it. Up and you can see here, it just had now it's at 18%, so back here it was probably, you know, 10% gap on the day, and now it has a million volume, but I think it had around 200,000 shares for that, so it wasn't set up perfectly on that first trade, and I'm glad I stayed out of it, but definitely took it more seriously when I saw this breakout. So I'm going to move ahead here a few minutes, and you can see it does this nice breakout, and then it's consolidating here. I did take this trade. This is a 3. Today's video we're going over the 4, but just so we can see just a little bit of the price action. It started to hold 10 here really well. You can see that. And there was still buyers up here and putting in a nice big move. I got in a little late on that trade and took some profits pretty quickly, but you could see the price action started to stall out there a little bit. So I'm holding now, waiting for this. I have an order set for 1080 to take a little more profit as my next profit target, but seeing this pullback here is not very convincing. Still waiting for it, see if this is going to go and make a new high, and I sold. Just didn't see enough follow through on that, and glad I did it. Ended up pulling back. But it didn't take note. Hey, this is holding up pretty well. It's not rejecting really. You know, there was strong buyers all through this move here, and I haven't really had a strong pullback. This is probably the most extended it's been through this break of 1050, and it's holding up pretty well. I'm out of the trade now, but keeping an eye on this stock and watching the price action, and and you know we're still seeing quite a bit of buying here. Skip ahead now. So this is just 1 minute later in the pullback. And what I want to look for is this, the retest of 10. See if I can pull that back just a second or two. Yeah, that's what I want to see. How does this react around this level? You could see we had, you know, kind of like a bottom there, a higher low here, and we're coming back into it. How does that price react right there? So you can see here is that level 2 box for this trade. And right there. So here we're coming down into this $10 level. This is what I'm focusing on. How does this react right there? I just saw a big bid right there, didn't I? Oh yeah, I'm seeing some big bids go through. It did not like that $10 level at all. It came right back up from there, didn't it? So let's keep an eye on this, see how that holds. Oh, nice little bounce there. This is not the entry though. And in fact, this is many times a good entry for a short to add. Well, squiggly little guy there. But you know, if someone's risking up here, say they get in here, this is what they're looking for, is that pop to enter on a short. So I don't take that trade for a long. Sometimes it does resolve, but I am watching this $10 level closely. That's where my interest is. I just want to take note really quick. You can see here, son of a gun. Okay. Apparently the hotkey for this is the same. This right here. So I have my order entry box, and boom, I'm putting my order right up here, 1065. If this pop breaks out of that, I'm a buyer right there at 1065, and that's good best practice to have your price ready to go. Let's just fast forward this a little bit. Nope, go back. So this is that pop that I don't want to take that trade, the possible short entry, but interested in how the price is acting here. You can see we are in. It's a shame that this doesn't work. Huh. Yeah, some of my drawing tools I guess have the same buttons, so we're just gonna have to use a squiggly pen. You can see that we are consolidating in the top part of this move. You can see it better down here. You know, we are in the top quarter of this whole move here. And that's where this price there. Hold on, stop the video. Stop the video. Did you see that? We're at 51. Let's go to I'm gonna have to watch this again, guys. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Boom, right there. So we're seeing over here at the $10 level, a nice fat bid still there. You know, we had a nice bid right here on it that gave us this pop. Boom, we're still there. We still have a strong bid. And it's holding. Let's see if we get another look at it. Okay, showing around 10,000. Boom. Did you see that? 100,000, that was a 10,000 buyer. That's another 7 or 8,000 shares right there at 10. Just stacked up. It just got refreshed. Did you see that? It just went from 94 to 105. Boom. Didn't like that level. Stayed right out of there. Let's see if we can see it again. Still showing a couple bids. Boom. There's the same bidder there at 10. Let's see how it holds. You know, this is definitely looking like it could flush. This has all the components. of a backside. So, you know, we have the MACD crossed, we have this, you know, high, strong pullback under the 9 EMA, you know, looking like that wants to go down. So let's just have a look. Oh, the bid's growing. And look at how that reacted to it. That bounced right up. Let's see this a little more. Oh, oh yeah. So that gets you interested. That's a little kind of tilt of the hand that there's some buyers interested in this, but I still don't want to jump in. You know, that definitely has some sellers too. That pulled right back down. But now it's consolidating. Now it's staying higher. So we had a strong reaction there to $10. Let's see how this thing behaves as we move forward here. I'm just waiting to see how this, if a trade shapes up. It's getting lower, getting towards 10, but I'm still not a buyer here. You know, definitely looks like it could fall off a cliff there. But the longer it stays up here, kind of better it's looking, isn't it? Oh, and now we're getting some, there's some definite interest in that. There's some buyers. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Just taking in information with this one that could have gone without me. You know, it's the price of confirmation. And then I'm looking, where are these lows at? Oh, we're getting higher and higher. I don't know if I'll see that $10 entry again, but I can still risk off it. Let's look at that 1008 is what you can see my cursor here. I'm looking at 1008. That could be maybe the best I'll get for an entry. Let's see, it's coming down there. No. Let's just wait and see how this one does. Really tight consolidation. You can see it just gets, you know, there's just pressure on both sides, and oh, it breaks. Boom, a big flush of seller goes through. And did you see that hesitation before that happened? This is a telltale of the big flush, and this is what often happens, is that same exact pattern, boom, and you get a huge flush down. This is why you need to be cautious on this backside, on this trade. You got the MACD against you, you're going down, you got a lot of interested shorts, and that often results in a big flush. But what happens this time? Oh, it holds up. There. 1001, seen some bidders. Boom. Still got some strong buyers there right at 10. And they're not, boom. There's buyers coming in on this. So you can see it there on that level too, how where the buyers are at, where the orders are at. See if we get another chance. I'm still not into this stock yet. I'm still watching it right at that $10 level. I don't have to hit 10, but I know I can risk off of 10, and just waiting to see for a little more confirmation on this. Does it have one more strong spat of selling in it? Or was that it? It's already pretty extended up here. Let's take a look. See how it's getting tight again. It's kind of pausing out again. Oh. A candle will make a new high there. Oh, let's see how this reacts. Oh yeah. Oh, it is breaking out of that range. We got some buyers here. Now we did have some strong push down. Oh, trying to push it down, but they can't. We can't even get it down to 10 anymore. Let's see, there's a strong push down. Does it hold? 1003, 1001. There it is. Boom. You see that 13,000 share buyer there? Another 3,000 shares right there at 10. That's your buy signal. Not only is the bid still there, but it's bigger. How does it react to that area? Runs away from it, pops right up. I'm lucky I got filled there and this thing go without me. But that was my buy signal, and I never saw that price again. Immediate confirmation. So here I'm in the trade, we're up a few cents, and I know my stop's right at 10. But this is a trade that takes a little bit longer. This could consolidate here for a while and flush, or it could, it has to fight its way through all this price. And so this is a trade that's a little bit slower to kind of take profits and be patient for the price to move in your direction. It's not going to be just one clean breakout candle generally. But here, as we're kind of now setting higher lows, it's just confirming that price action. And where we were struggling before, you could see this seller at 10.13 keeps popping up, 10.15. There we have a bigger seller at 10.11. But we're going to hold our position with that stop of $10 in here at 10.03. This is double time again, so you can see there. Oh, wow. Wow, yeah, right through those sellers, up to 10.30, 10.35. Let's see. Now, this is a dangerous area. Sometimes when you have a pop like that, that's when you get this huge flush down. You get a pop, and then boom, and it'll break through the sellers. So, even though you're green on the trade, at this moment, you need to be extra careful, your fingers on the bid, and you're just waiting in case there's a giant flush. I took a little bit of profit there to protect against that, and I put a profit target order out for 10 cents above the ask. Now, I have my price here still at 10.65. What I would like to do, I didn't in this trade, but if we break through there, I want to add to that position. I have a good cushion on the trade, and I can add a quarter or a half position again, or a full position if I want, but that's a little riskier. But add to this trade if it breaks through that level. And you'll see here, this is a lot of sellers are into this, but now we've put in a clear kind of rounded bottom here, right? And we are in striking distance of those highs. So now the chart's really changed in how it looks to, oh, this is much more bullish. So you can see here, it's not a straight breakout pattern. This is one that has to develop, but we are making higher highs. We just broke 40. And we're holding up. The price is holding up there. Here I changed my order to 10.50. Maybe it'll have resistance at the $0.50. Let's take a little bit of profit there. Plus, we're up about 30 cents on that trade. Be good to lock in just a little bit of profit on this, but hold the core position as my target is up here, 10.60, 10.65, that high day. So you can see this is a trade that needs to move through the price action, and we're consolidating up here higher in this 1030s area. Having broke down and holding up really well. You can see the stalling of price action there. And then boom, it breaks through it. So now we're making a new high again. This nice little pattern, and you have to be patient and let this a little pullback happen, but that is well within, you know, a small pullback. And now we're seeing volume coming in on that turn, sustained higher buying than selling. Making new highs and coming right up to this 1050 level. You can see I have my order there. They just can't get the price down. It's just staying. There's just being held up. Boom, right through 1050. I book a little bit more profit on that move. And now you can see we have this kind of momentum coming in, volume coming in, boom, as we break through the high of day. On this one I didn't push that order for 1065, should have, but that's where you want to be adding, and that's why you want to have that price already lined up. So as it breaks right through there and makes new highs, you're getting in, and you want it to be a smaller position than your initial position, because sometimes it rejects. So let's stay with this one. Now I'm holding here. I expect some good follow through on this. Take a little profit there. Boom, 11. There we break 11. I take a little profit at 11.07, and I put a profit target order out 11.23 for just some extension beyond that break of 11. Now we're really getting going. See this nice volume. Is it going to hold 11? Oh, it's dipping down below 11. It's holding. Oh, now we're holding up. Patience. Uh-oh, we broke down through 11 again. A little bit of a rejection candle there off 11. Let's see how this, oh. So I'm putting here, I'm still holding the position, but I'm putting a mental stop right there. If this candle breaks the low of the previous candle, which it's at right now, 82, it's maybe a little cent lower, I want to get out of this trade. So that would be a reason to sell right there. But the price immediately recovers from there. Okay, so now I know if this price breaks that last candle's low, like I'm out of the trade, the trade's over. And I have my profit target set, it's right up here. If it makes a new highs, I already have my profit target there. Oh, it's struggling right there at 11. Did you see that big seller? Let's go back a second. Come on. Let's just try, okay. Here. So, keep my eyes glued here to this order box. Oh no, I'm out already. Okay. So that's my stop. And I'm looking over here in the order box to see, boom, 94. Let's keep a look and see how this is going. we're gonna, boom, right there. I see this order come through that's selling 13,000, 14, 15,000 shares at 11. So that's my reason to sell right there. I can just, let's just see 1 second to see if it just blows right through that order. But once I saw that, my finger's on the button and I'm ready to sell unless I get immediate confirmation. There it is. It's gone down some. We're still saying high, 97, 98, we could break it. I see the order popping up there then, getting down a little. No, it's there. It's pegged. I just sold right there. Because I saw that $11 order just sitting there, not getting eaten up, and the price coming down from it. So, that is a good example of a 4 trade. And just so you could see some resolution on this. Well, I don't know. I guess that's the end of the video. But let me show you really quick an execution chart on this. This is MLGO. So you saw that this was that number 3 trade, the break. I got in a little high on this one. Took some profit and got stopped out. And then after we held that $10 level, you know, here, 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 I was able to have an entry right there at 10:03, and just took profits as this curled up. This was, I had an order up here that didn't get filled, and then when it rejected to 11, I stopped out right there for the rest of it. So this is a very nice 4 pattern, and this is how the trade should be done. Oftentimes this consolidation can last longer. Again, what I'm looking for is that I want the consolidation to be in the top quarter of the move, top 30% of the move, let's say, top quarter of the move, ideally. I want the consolidation to have a clear price level of support. In this case, it's right here at 10. And I want to enter as close to possible that. This, we're coming into the open here. This could have easily gone and started to curl maybe over here in this area, and maybe even had some more strength then as it gets a little closer to the opening. And this is one pattern that does play out after the open also. Oftentimes you'll have this consolidation be something more like, you know, an hour or so. But it's not a trade that I would take, say, after 10 a.m. as you just get a little lighter on volume, and stocks like these tend to fail. That is all I have for this trade number 4. Good luck later. You're doing good.